Good morning. I think it's morning for me, but it's
No, yeah, you
probably
sleep in late.
lunchtime.
It's not noon. It's almost noon.
Welcome to Lupin About Podcast. I'm Alicia, also known as AK-47 on Ravelry.
And I'm Liz, also known as Lizzie215 on Ravelry.
And we cooled off here. I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that, but we had a horrible heat wave come through.
Finally.
And it finally broke on Saturday. Saturday night, it
rained. It rained.
but it wasn't really, it was like a mist. Like
I don't care.
We took Malu for a walk, and we didn't even get wet. But it was raining the whole time we were outside, so.
It rained though.
It broke.
It broke.
We have a sky because the smoke from BC was coming down and just like hovering and keeping us in. So yeah, the sunsets have been amazing.
I don't care about the sunset.
Right,
it's cool.
I'm trying to see the silver lining of the weather that we had. I went to a water park twice, which I hadn't gone since I was 12. And that's probably the last time we had good heat. So I went to Wild Waves and Enchanted Village. I think it doesn't get much credit for what it is because it's kind of a rinky-dink kind of thing, but it's 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah, so, it's not far.
And it's probably got better water slides than it has roller coasters. And we're in Seattle, so we really don't get the weather for it to be something that adults want to go to because it never gets really that hot. But we went on the hottest day recorded this summer, which was 2 Thursdays ago. And, like, we had planned it. Like, we knew it was coming a week prior. And then the day before, we found out that MOR Furniture, M-O-R Furniture, was sending all their employees and their families to the water park on that day. I was like, really? I've been watching the numbers because I'm a nerd. I've been watching the averages of what days are the best day to go. Yeah, and then we went on probably the most popular day for a midweek day on a Thursday to go to the water park. But that proved to us we wanted to go again, so we went the following Thursday, and it was practically dead. It was awesome, and we rode everything at least twice, water park-wise. And then they have one old wooden roller coaster that Sean loves. So he went on that like 3 times. I went on it once, knowing that once was enough for me. And then they have a log ride, much like the one they have at Disneyland for Briar Rabbit. Is that what that's called? Is it Splash Mountain or something?
Yes, Splash Mountain.
Okay, so it's not equivalent, but it's got a log ride, and you get really soaked, and it has one of those bridges over it so that you can stand on that when you're done with your ride and get even more wet from the next person's ride. So it was fun. We had a really good time. I definitely did more water the second time. Oh, it was awesome. I'm a water baby. Ultimate water baby. Surfing, swimming. I competed in swimming for many, many years. Like too many years to even count. So yeah, I wanted to be in the water. And Sean was like, let's go do roller coasters. So I'm like, you go do that. I was just going to go float in this lazy river. They have 2 lazy rivers. So awesome. So the first one is like, you just float around. No elevation change. No gain of any kind. You can see it under all the water slides. And has the longest line. You can go in as a single, as a double, and then you have rentals. You can rent tubes, and you can use them on, like, 2 rides, but you can use them on the floaty river stuff. Well, the second floaty river thing, it's the most awesome one. So it's weird, because you have to stand in line for the tubes, and then you stand in line for the ride. So when it's really busy, you get to queue up twice for the same thing, which can be quite confusing. And most people, like, you have to go to the end of the ride to get the tube, and then you have to go find the front of the line. Enough people stand in line are like, wait, where did you get your tube? Where is this magic that's happening? Can I use this one? Lots of confusion. But anyway, the second lazy river one, so you have to go up a pretty good incline. You go in, and then there's little pools that you like slide into, and then it kind of has some like turbulence, and sometimes there's like whirlpool that you kind of get stuck in, so you can get stuck in these little mini ponds for a while, and then you lose some elevation on a slide into the next kind of slide. So I went in thinking, oh, we don't have to fight the river or anything. We're just going to go with the flow. We got stuck for 45 minutes. And this is no joke. 45 minutes in one of these puddles that you hang out in until you eventually get to a spot that goes down. 45 minutes, and we're spinning this whole time. So we found some kind of whirlpool, and anytime we thought we were gonna like escape this turbulence, someone would hit us and put us right back into it. So I think everybody else was like, yeah, we're getting, you know, the most for our money. So we waited in line for 10 minutes, and we got to stay in this hole for 45. We're winning. I wasn't winning. I was like, please, can somebody just push me? Somebody kick me. Can I just push a wall of some sort and get me out of here? So the third time we did it, it was enjoyable. Yes, I got stuck. We got stuck for a long time, but it was super fun. And people, you could see people like fighting it. Like, I don't want to go down yet. I don't want to go down yet. And we're like pushing them. It's good time. It's like bumper cars. They have a bumper cars, but it's only for children that you can't play on in one of their things, but this is like adult bumper cars, and no one's getting mad at you. All the lifeguards are cool. It's all good. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I felt like I was 12 again, and that was the last time I went. But yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last couple weeks. Oh, and my car broke down pretty severely this time. It turned into an ordeal. So I've kind of been, and you'll notice I'm doing all the talking because this is the first time I've really seen another human being that doesn't live in this house. And so I have so much to tell Liz, and Liz is like, I'm not even listening to you. You're just talking to yourself.
She's talking to you guys.
Telling you guys my problems. I've been knitting a lot, so human interaction is kind of a big deal for me right now. So this is why we've been kind of landlocked. One, a couple weeks ago, Sean rolled his ankle when we went out rope climbing for the first time in 8 years. First time we decided to put on harnesses, go out into the wilderness, and go find some tall, steep rock faces to get on. So we normally boulder without ropes. That has a crash pad and some shoes, and you just bounce off rocks. We decided to commit, take our rope, take all our crap, and lug it up a hill, and then go find some climbing. Can you tell I'm not really big into this whole rope thing? Boulders are awesome. Boulders have done all the things that gravity provides, is bring the rock down to the bottom of the hills for me. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't go scaling sides of mountains so I can go find climbing. No, bring the rock to me and I'm gonna just have a field day on them. So we go out to a place called Exit 38, which is off of the road that's between Liz and I, which is Interstate 90. Go out to Exit 38, go to a new location, because we used to climb in Exit 38 years and years and years and years ago when nobody climbed, and it was quiet and awesome. And so now we went in the middle of the week, a Wednesday, when we thought it was going to be quiet, and then we found all these children out there because it's summer, and we're not thinking that children get off school and then they have to do something with their time. So you send them with people that go outside, and they take them for 6 hours. So we go out there, we hike to the first location, which is kind of a beginner area, so we're like, hey, we haven't done this in 8 years, we should probably go to something simple, and just kind of hang out, and just warm up, get back into the sport, clear our heads, because it's a real mental game, is climbing. Anyway, so we get to that first location, and it's covered with children. Now, Sean is kind of an irritable spirit, and children's pitch kind of gets to him because of medical turmoil that he's gone through. He's got really sensitive ears now. So to avoid any kind of confrontation, and that's me, I like to avoid these things. My husband's from the East Coast. He has no problem getting in people's faces, but I don't like this, and this makes me very uncomfortable. So I thought, let's just hike a little bit further. We'll go to another location, and I'm sure we'll find something to play on. It's all good. Now, this was during the heat wave that we have endured for a couple months now. And so we're both kind of exhausted. We brought enough water. Like, we were weighed down with water. That was not a problem. We brought the dog. She had a long lead. She loves trails. You wouldn't have known this 4 years ago when she first established herself in our little family. She didn't want to do anything, including go outside. Like, we took her camping for the first time, and she's like, just leave me in the car. I don't want to see nature. I don't want to hear nature, and it's kind of cold. She's a chow chow. She's never cold. So that's what we were dealing with back in the day. But now she's like, put me on a trail. I will show you where that trail goes, Mom. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm going to do it faster. So I'm like, okay, so this is getting cumbersome. We're wearing a lot of stuff. We're weighed down by a lot of gear. We're on a trail that we haven't been on before. It's rough. It's rough terrain. It's seen a lot of foot traffic now because climbing has become more popular in the last 10 years. And so it's rutty. You see a lot of ruts. Trails are established. You're not going to get lost. You're going to make it to wherever you were intending to go. So we're exploring a bit. The book is 20 years old. So it was less established when the book was written. So it's got a lot of information. Like, you're going to be seeing this kind of landscape and you're on the right path because you've seen this and that. And so we're like checking off the checklist of things we're supposed to find, and we're on the right path. They have great signs up now, like little wooden ones that they've posted so that you don't get lost. So we're good. But the elevation climb is about 1,000 feet more than we were intending to do this day before we did anything athletic. Let's go climb a mountain. So we get to our destination and we're just like, okay, we're looking at the pictures and we're like, wonder if they've added more routes since this was written. A little lost. So we're trying to figure out, because you don't want to get on something that is more difficult than you can do when you're getting right back into it, right? We wanted something that was well within our climbing abilities. My husband's terrified of heights, which he has since overcome a lot of this fear of height. But yeah, so this is the situation we're in, right? We're competent boulderers. We haven't been on rope or done any of, the actions in which that are different. Build an anchor, rappel, haven't rappelled in many, many years. Have all your gear set up correctly on the rock. Not Z clipping, there's lots of things that can go wrong in a climbing trip. So we're hot, we're tired. Dog's already passed out. She's like, give me water, passing out. This is good. We're not going anywhere. Let's do this. So Sean and I are like, him and hawing, should we do this? Should we not do this? So we get a route under our belts. We're very happy. Sean has gone up a couple times because he's, again, afraid of heights, but wants to do lead climbing, which is fine. But if you don't finish the climb and rappel from the top, you can't clean up all the gear that you've put into the rock or onto the rock, right? So I established the route, built the anchor, rappelled, came back down. He was going to go up. He went up about halfway, came down, went up 3/4 of the way, came down. And then on the third attempt, he got to about the last bolt, and he's like, I really shouldn't push it. And I said, that's cool. Our heads are back in the game. We've hit your mental limit. I can go up and clean it up, and we'll head out, right? It's enough climbing for me today. So he comes down. I go back up, rappel off the top again, clean up. Actually, I don't even think I did that. I think I just down climbed. Yeah, because I didn't want to build the anchor again. So it's super simple route. You've seen probably me playing on Instagram on something about the same level where I had no ropes, no nothing. I just wanted to climb to the top of the rock, right? So I don't have the fear, the issues with I'm too high kind of stuff without rope, right? I am not to any level of this Alex Honnold that did El Cap on his own without any ropes. That's not me. But to a pitch level, which is about 25 meters, I'm usually okay. My head's okay. So I went up, cleaned it up, brought all our gear down, and then we head out. So I think it was like 7 miles total that we hiked round trip to get there. I can see the paved road at this point. We're almost done. kind of tired, legs are a bit jello, because when you're climbing, you expend so much energy stressing about falling, and for Sean's case, he had reached that a couple times today, or that day, so he wasn't watching his feet. 100 yards from pavement, he rolled his ankle. 100 yards. Like, we were done. Like, we had accomplished the things. We were done. Severe rolling of ankle. Like, I'm surprised he did not break anything. And he might have broken something because he refused to go to the doctor to check it out. So, yeah. So, we've been dealing with Sean having a rolled ankle, healing. So, we've been kind of cooped up in the house. And then our car broke down in a way that we are sending the computer unit to California to get rebuilt, because the cost of it is a third of the car, because they don't make parts for our car anymore. We have some like unique snowflake of a 1995 Eurovan, and these parts are not manufactured anymore. Nobody cares about this car. No one is going to be that hobbyist later on in life that rebuilds this particular Eurovan, because they said, hey, we're not making parts for you anymore. And none of the other Eurovans, so Eurovans were built for 10 years. 10 years. This model has unique parts. No other models can really, fit the bill to do most of any of the parts that are in there. No. Your snowflake's dying, is what they told us. So we have a 20-year-old computer that died. Thought I was sending it to Germany, which is a Siemens, so I thought, okay, we'll just send it back to its manufacturer and have it rebuilt. And they said, oh, we don't deal with United States people. Like, oh, okay, never mind. I'm not in the EU. I guess you don't work with me because I'm not in the EU. Darn it. So we found a place in Florida, and I said, no, I'm not sending anything to Florida to get fixed. So we found another place in California that fixes it. So we sent it there. Went in the mail yesterday, hoping it'll be back in the next couple days. And then put back in the car, and hopefully it'll ride again. Fingers crossed. But because of all that, I've been cooped up. I've done a lot of knitting. And so since my stories are now over, and it will justify all the knitting you're about to see, I'll feel better. Because I don't want you guys to think, it's this girl who has so much time on her hands, and I never get anything done, but look, she's getting 17 things done in a day. No, it's been 2 weeks since we recorded, and I've been cooped up in my house. So here we go. Do you want me to go first? Finish Dodgebacks? Are you
go
still
first?
knitting?
I only have one thing.
Okay.
Well, I have two things, but one of them I'm not going to show because I want it to be a surprise. It's the washcloth.
We have a swap coming up.
For our squeaky clean swap that Annette so graciously organized.
I know. She's a wonder. I cannot wait. She says it's coming on Friday. Yay! We're going to have to record again in a couple days.
Yeah, we're going to record again in a couple days to make up for not recording
this long. Yeah. Okay, so last you saw, I was making the companion mitts by, I know her name. Doesn't matter.
Can I try one?
It's down there. Yeah, go for it. I was here. I had just finished the little cuff and stuff. Well, I finished this guy, so I got a hoe.
Those are nice.
They're pretty. And I changed the texture pattern there.
You added a knit row.
I added a knit row in between every row on their 4-row pattern. So I really like how it fit.
It looks nice.
It's a really nice fit. They're kind of vague as to how long you're supposed to go here. She says when 2 inches are left in the length you want, which I didn't know what length I wanted, you start this other do you see the little chevrons pointing that way? And I said, well, I don't know how long I want. And there's only like 6 people who've done this. Nobody wrote it down. So I went about 1/2 inch after dropping the gusset in texture. And then they have 2 rows. Can you see that? 2 rows of garter down here before this pattern. Yeah. And then 2 rows of garter before this. Well, up here, they only had 1 row of garter. So I added another bump of garter before and after so that it's symmetrical. I have a thing for symmetry. I'm going to apologize about myself right now, but my nerdy little analytical brain just will blow if things are not symmetric. So they do have a right hand and a left hand. Homie couldn't play that game. So the setup, I did this on DPNs. And when you have 3 DPNs, I use 3. So I put 3 repeats on one stick, and then 2 repeats on the middle stick, and then 3 repeats on the last. So this part that had the gusset always had less stitches until I started the gusset. So then in the center of those 2 repeats, I put the gusset, even though they have a specific place in the pattern you were supposed to put it. I was like, I don't care if there's a left and a right. This could be on either hand. They're going to go in the same exact place so that I don't have to think about it. Because at this point, I had 4 things on the needle, and I wasn't taking copious amounts of notes. I do take notes, and you'll see them while I'm making something in my notes area. I will write them down in Ravelry for me, and it even says, notes for me, when I did certain things. So those are complete. Companion mitts. I really enjoyed them. I had used 45 grams of Araucania in their botany lace base. Say that one a couple times fast. So I still have half a ball, and I did tell the person that I'm making this for that I could get 2 sets of mitts out of 1 ball. So now I'm going to look for something else to make with the other half of it. And then my second FO, we started a friendship cow, the zombie friendship cow with the Stuck in the Zombies, and I finished this hat. Now, the stipulations, let's go through what this is. This is Hazel Knits on her Cadence base, which is her worsted weight, and you only get 200 grams with this worsted weight. So with that in mind, I had to do some modifications, because we usually do really big hats, because both my husband and I wear glasses most of the time, and if they're too tight, then it hurts your ears to wear, right? So we usually wear big hats. Now this one's kind of fitted, but we both have shallow heads. So there's a lot of things we can do to reduce a hat and its intentions because we have small heads. We have large heads for the around part because we like to have it like roomy for glasses. But we have shallow heads so we can reduce the height. So that's exactly what I did, both of those things. So initially they call for a folded brim with a worsted weight hat. That would make a really, really warm at your ears hat. So I decided we didn't need that because we don't live in the tundra, and we don't intend to go to a tundra. Well, Sean will. He's my little penguin. He just wants to be in the cold all the time. So this will qualify for 2 things. So I said the friendship cow, which that required 150 yards and 75 grams. Well, this used 76 grams. So I'm feeling a little disconcerted that I'm cheating. I don't like to cheat.
You're not cheating. It said 75, you're at 76. That's
I know,
not
but
cheating.
what if I don't want to be that person that they said, oh, she just said it was 76, and that's not actually what no, but I did. I used 76 grams of this thing. And yeah, so I'm feeling guilty about that. It's a long cal. It's going through October. So I could just knit something else that's bigger and heavier than this. But it does qualify. But I'm having issues. Does anybody endure this kind of anxiety that I do?
No.
Probably not. Probably another snowflake incident just happened right now. So, this also qualifies. I went on a tangent, I'm sorry. This also qualifies for a Tin Can Knits. So this is the apple pie hat. This we got as a free gift from the Tin Can Knit peoples. It was a printed out pattern on really, really nice paper. Have you gotten a real pattern from Tin Can Knits before? Like besides their book or their...
No.
It's cardstock, like serious business cardstock. it's really nice. And everything fits on like one page. I feel like it was a one-page pattern. Really well written. I had no runs. I know, everything they do is perfect. I love you gals from BC. Make me so happy. But anyway, this is their hat. And it's a lattice, like, on an apple pie. Let me see if I can get a good angle so you can see that.
Yeah.
Cables on every other row. So if you're like me, you like some patterning to keep you busy. That's it. So I eliminated
it's heavy, though.
I'm telling you, it's dense. Tundra. This could go to Antarctica with our friend. Dense. Our friend just got a job in Antarctica. How awesome is that? So she worked with my husband at KEXP, which is a radio station here in Seattle, and was working as their help desk person. Well, she's going to be doing some help desk stuff, and I think some operations things for a lab in Antarctica. How cool is that? But yeah, this could totally go. It would be warm enough under a big old hood. You could totally picture it, can't you? So it's snug to the head, which is nice. I usually call that a shower cap. So it's kind of a shower cap feel. But they actually added a bunch of stitches after the ribbing. I put on the ribbing and I thought, ooh, this is gonna be super snug. But then I realized, whoa, we're increasing every third stitch for the whole way around. So yeah, it balloons up a little bit for all that cabling work. So pretty. I really didn't think I was gonna like this hat when it was finished, but I love it. And Sean loves it too. Before I even did the crown decreases, he's like, yep, that's my hat. So it has been approved, and it will see a lot of use in the wintertime. So finish those two, and you have a finished object.
Well, one that I can show. Yep,
Okay.
My one finished object is my one Hexi puff.
Does that look like a minion?
It looks
For her
like
minion blanket? Oh, I think it's totally awesome. So this is from a scrap of mine.
Yes.
This is Desert Vista Dye Works.
Reservoir
Dogs. And I even picked that colorway. So remember a couple episodes back, Liz said that she won a skein because she picked the colorway for that. Yeah, I picked that. And I loved it. I made Sean socks, and I had little bow ties on it. So awesome. And then, yeah, I had a couple scraps, but that scrap didn't have a full color repeat. So I was like, here, Liz, that one's for you.
Yep, and you know me, I'll take any scraps. So
that was
one Hexi puff.
That was your thesis work. Well, I worked on my thesis.
Yes.
You're gonna be surprised.
I am. What am I?
I think so. Because I am down to 35 grams left in my skein. So that means I'm in my last 10%. And I can start the finishing parts. So that's where I was 2 weeks ago. Look at all the knitting that I got done.
Oh my gosh, it looks awesome.
I'm so excited. So it has made some more clever patterning on its own.
It.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Well, hi, Malu. Yeah, you'll never see my dog, probably ever. She does not get on couches. It's not her thing. She knows her place. She's on the floor. She's a little chow-chow, and she's super shy. Hi. But she's feeling rambunctious today, because when Liz comes over, she's outside in a bush. But yeah.
Oh, but she likes me.
Are you going to say hi? This is huge. She never says hello to Liz.
Well, she never says hello to anybody. Let's go with that. It's not because it's me.
Does she smell like bacon? Is that what brought you in?
Let's just go that that's not me.
Kid pants? Okay, so, yes, we've all seen this. This is Pool and Conquer. I have used Wool Misa. I can't never think of its other part. Roar Spats
and Wool Misa.
And Wool Misa. That's in the Holey Moley colorway. And I am nearly done. Like, I'm in my last 10%. I don't... Let's see how long it is.
Is your goal to finish it for Stash Dash?
My goal is to finish it on Sunday.
Right.
Which I can totally do. So, I've been texting back and forth with Annetta.
That would put you at 3K, wouldn't it, this year?
Oh, yes. I will be well into 3K.
Yay!
I don't think there's a possibility for 5, but I am going to attempt.
Good job!
I'm not going to make it. This is the third year I'd be trying for 5K, and it'll be the third year I get 3K. And that's fine. Whatever. A goal is a goal. Sometimes we reach them. Most of the times I don't. But that's okay. So I should be doing that. So in the last bit, it'll go back to garter. So that's what this looks like in garter.
But you were saying you were texting with Annetta?
I've been texting with Anetta because I've been trying to get 5 grams done a day. Some days I've gotten 12, 10, 7, 9. Oh, it's been good. So I will work a little bit in the morning on this, and then I will do other things, which these were my other things, and then I'll come back to it at night. So usually at night we're watching something.
It's a good one to watch. Do well watching.
Yeah, this has seen a lot of things. So for a few weeks ago, we watched the entire Matrix series, including the Animatrix. I don't know if you guys know that there's extras that you can watch with that. And we watched Jack Reacher, both movies on this one. And then, what's that Marvel movie that has 2 now? Guardians of the Galaxy.
I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh my gosh, so awesome. The second one's soundtrack is not as good as the first one, sadly.
But the movie's good.
But the movie is hilarious. We've watched The 100. Have you watched The 100?
Rick loves that show.
It's in
he
here.
loves any of the dystopian, like, society kind of thing.
Orphan Black's new series. Yep, watched that the other day.
So yeah, we've watched The 100.
So this has seen a lot of good sci-fi. It has been a lot of sci-fi now that I think about it. So yeah, this is now a sci-fi puddle, and it's been good. Watching things has helped because, man, does it get boring. Still boring. Will always be boring, but it's pretty. And I've been looking, there's been 300 people that have done this immensely boring maneuver. 300. I think that it's at 294 people. I went on the other day just to see how to wear it because she, Martina Ben, the person who wrote this lovely pattern, tends to show you how to wear the things that she's made because you can, they're like dual and triple purpose stuff, right? That's the reason why I made tubularity. It's because I saw her video and I was like, you are the cutest and I have to have that. But I was hoping she had a video on how to wear this because it's a long tube and you know, some people have worn it like a cocoon.
Well, that's how you wear it. That's how I would wear it. Poncho.
Well, from her pictures, the poncho only like covers like to here, right? Like just over your shoulders, kind of warms
that's because
your
she has it bunched up.
core. Yeah, so she has it mostly bunched up here. But I've seen people full cocooning it. I might need that picture now that I'll have the done finished object, right? What else have you been working on?
Well,
you're working on something right now.
I am working on something right now. This is for our birthday bash, D-Stash, our tin can knit along. I am working a Flax Light for Minion number 1. Since I did
with a modification.
Yes, I did. I pulled a U, and
I'm finally rubbing off.
I have a lacy panel along the sleeves.
It's really pretty.
You can't really see it that well.
We're not gonna lose your needles, right?
No.
So you can see it a little bit.
You can see it a little bit. I'll move it on to larger needles for the next time, and then hopefully it'll spread out more and we can see it more. And that's for I'm double dipping. That's for our birthday stash, D-Stash, for August and September.
And the zombie.
And then our friendship KL, since we were both doing tin can knit yarn. And this is yarn that Alicia introduced me, because Alicia introduced me to Desert Vista Dye Works. So I had
because of my addiction, my recent year-long addiction.
With their sock addiction, and so that's how I was introduced to it. So that's one thing of our friendship. We're both doing tin can knits. That's another thing about our friendship.
And this particular colorway has been given back and forth
with
us. So it has a sordid history of friendship.
Of friendship as well. So,
but this colorway is so different from so the one that I got, so that she got initially, that she gave to me, is darker or lighter gray.
Yeah.
And you saw it as my monkeys with no pearl socks. So if you recall, those were much lighter than this.
Well, mine, the one
so much darker, and there's so much more green.
There's more green.
And this is gonna be a unisex for sure.
Yeah. So I'm making the
look
size.
At that.
A
boy could totally wear that.
My minions tend to be larger.
Just tell him he's the Walking Dead.
Yes.
Be perfect.
And so this is a size 6 to 8. Even though my minion number 1 is only she's 4
tall.
in November. She's tall, and so I want her to be able to wear this a while. And she's already in like size 5 to 6 clothing. So hence why the size 6 to 8 sweater.
She's not really girly, so she doesn't need things that are totally fitted.
No.
She can totally
No,
pull
she
off
doesn't. She
baggy.
complains if things are too tight.
There you go. This will be perfect. You're thinking ahead.
Yeah, she complains if things are too
prepared.
tight. Mom, it's too tight. So
take this off of me.
So this has been the only thing I've been working on since I last talked to you guys. I have not finished my Girl on Fire socks. That's it.
She hasn't had a broken down car.
Yeah, I've been focused on this because I have to finish it. I have to finish it. So
you have till the end of September.
I have until the end of September. Yes.
And the end of October if she doesn't make that tin can.
No, I will definitely make the end of September. Good. That is my goal.
She's not a Tortuga anymore, guys.
Oh no, I'm still a Tortuga, but it's just this is Tortuga with focus. It's a Tortuga with focus.
I like it. So I cast on something new.
What'd you cast on?
I cast on something called the Rochambeau Cowlette.
Okay.
And it is by Karina Spencer. Which episode was that? 4 or 5? I wore a purple knit top by the same person. Yeah, her patterns are fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I
like it. So in this particular case, you can use fingering weight or worsted weight, and you make a cowlette. And the worsted weight is I'm kind of interested. After I finish this fingering, I might. It's never happened. I say this until this is done,
again.
And then I say I'm never knitting that again. So
not happening.
We'll see. But I did the first part. The first part is flat, and then it goes in the round after it can go over your head. Well, right?
So kind of like tubularity.
It's a lot like tubularity. Yep. So this part was done in the flat. So there is purling that you're going to be doing. But after you go in the round, there's few purls to do.
And what
but
yarn?
I'm in a lace. The yarn I'm using is another Crafty Girl. We had a mini knit along that we did last year with her, and she made this skein as one of the prizes, and this colorway was exclusive for a year. I'm guessing it should be available soon because I feel like we did that knit along through September last year. And then she made this colorway. I did not win it. I bought this one, and it's called the Budgie Wudgie, and it's a bird. So you're probably familiar with that term and now that I reconcile that it's a bird. It's beautiful. I had it skeined up, knowing that I was making this. And Sean's like, mine. So he's getting a lacy cowlette, and he's fine with it. Whatever. He'll wear it. He's got no qualms. So yes, it'll take probably 70% of a skein of sock yarn. And for the worsted weight, I can't think of how many yardage they called for, but I would assume 2 skeins of worsted and 1 skein of sock, just a little bit over 1 in worsted. Really loving it. It has 3 lace panels. The first 2 lace panels I think are the same lace, but you needed another chart to make up for your increases that you're doing in the front. So yeah, I really like it. I wouldn't say it's memorizable as a full chart, but for the row, it's easy to memorize. So I'm having no issues with it. The last time I picked it up, I kept making little mistakes that I was catching, but they were still mistakes, so I put it away. I was like, too much going on today. But I'm into the second of 3 lace patterns. So I think there's 59 rows on the chart, and then I'll be done. And I'm on row 17. So that's exciting. It's going to be done soonly, probably by the next time I see you. This might make it to Stash Dash, which is done on Sunday, because yeah, I only have 30 grams to do on my other big project.
Speaking of Stash Dash,
yeah,
I made a 1K.
You made your goal.
I did.
And you qualified for the first time for a finished. Like a finished thread.
Before, every year they always had 3K. 3K is a lot for me.
3K is a lot, period.
Because I like to finish things. I don't have a ton of things like sitting on the needles trying to.
We don't have delinquent knitting that we're just gonna wait to cast off or write off. Yeah.
So I finally made it.
That is so
1,009 meters, and right here.
So it was the washcloth.
It was the washcloth.
So it's not the sock. You didn't finish the sock.
No, it was the washcloth. So Yep, I already posted because I'm like, there's no way I'm getting a 3K by Saturday.
No.
So it's already posted in the stash in the Knit Girls 1K finish line.
Nice.
I am done.
I am currently at 1,600 meters, but with this puppy, this is going to be 1,800 meters by itself.
Yes.
It's so exciting. And I started this in March. My thesis actually might not qualify as a thesis with our definition because I think I'm going to be done within 5 months instead of 6 months.
No. That means you got to find a new thesis.
No. I do have one coming.
Well, you have
I
the towel.
might have cast something on recently that I didn't do more than the cast on, so it wasn't worth bringing on. But I did cast on one more thing. Okay, so
you cast on all the things.
I cast on all the things because, like she says, I don't work with a lot of things on the needle. I get very anxious if there's too many things, and that's why those things got finished. Because at one point, how do we do this? Okay, O-Loops is having what's that wizard kid's name?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. I never remember. He's the wizard with the round glasses is how I describe him. She's having this wizard knit along for Harry Potter
along, yeah.
Harry Potter along during October, November, and December. So one stipulation for you to participate is that you have to buy from her Harry Potter series.
Right, so you can get sorted into a
house.
A house.
Which has to do with the books in some way.
And the movies.
Can you tell that I am not a
If you haven't read the books, if you've seen the movies, you know that there's 4 houses. There's Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. And which one? You don't even know what you're... So there's prefect kits.
Right, so you can choose your house.
You can buy yourself into a house.
You can buy yourself into a house.
By getting a certain kit, and then you're automatically in the house.
Or, because I didn't care, I think it's more fun to be surprised, I chose a mystery prefect kit, so I will be sorted into a random house.
And then I only bought 2 skeins of yarn during this whole pre-order thing.
Which still, because you didn't choose your
Because
house.
I didn't choose a prefect kit, and I didn't choose a house, right?
She's also going to be mystery
I'm also going to be a surprise
mystery
house.
sorted, yes.
Yeah. I'm hoping we're in different ones.
I'm hoping we're in different ones, too, because it'll be fun.
If O-Loops lady watches, Lydia, if you're watching, we would love to be in a separate household. So Liz and I tend to order things together just to save on shipping. And it's not even that we're cheap. We think it's cheaper for them to just send it to one place rather than 2 places.
Right. Yeah.
We live a half an hour away from each other.
And
right?
we see each other usually at least once a week, if not twice. Yeah.
And there's proof. You guys have the proof. It's in this pudding right here. So we are ordering, right? And she says, okay, it's due on this certain day for the pre-order, so do you want something? Because I'm ordering something. I said, okay, let me look through the things. So I actually went outside of my color palette. Surprise, surprise, guys. I did. There was no purple. There was no blue. Yeah, orange, I think. Orange and some fuchsia coral color or something. Way outside my box. And I know I have to knit it, because you have to knit one of those yarns during this knit along too, that you bought during the thing. So she said 3 pre-orders. I've ordered 2 skeins. I don't know how many you have.
I've only ordered from that first
shipment.
I've been
doing good.
Yeah, because I was like, I've talked to myself. I have wanted to order as a stuff.
Because she tells me, in 2 days, the pre-order's going to be up. Are you ready? No, I don't need any more yarn. No, but it's coming up.
Yeah, I'm like, you got to at least look at the colors. You got to look.
Just open it. Just look at it.
Just open it.
So I think we use each other. Like, if she orders something, I'll probably order something. And if I order something, she's definitely going to order something.
I just ordered from the first. So she'd opened the first pre-order
in August.
June
15th and went to...
And it went to July 1st. And then there was another one July 1st to July 15th. And then now she's going to do
a flash sale.
A flash sale on September 1st.
Yes. So... if you're interested in this chaos that I've been describing in a really horrible way, a 3-month knit along on Harry Potter yarns.
Where you're basically on a team because you're sorted. Yeah, so buy something during her flash sale, you'll get sorted into a class.
Into a house. And then each month, there's 3 categories that you can knit in. Mm-hmm. And You only have to use her yarn once.
We're figuring this out too because this is our first year participating, but we thought it would be fun.
I've dug through stuff that they've posted about this, and there's really no information. I'm getting more information from the people that are participating and have participated in years past, and I think this is the 5th year. So there's a lot of people out there that know the rules and know what we're up to. But right now, they opened
the Preparing for Hogwarts thread.
Preparing for Hogwarts thread, where you can establish your whips, and you can whip down before this starts in September.
Yes.
Or October. End of September.
That is closed now for anyone.
It's closed. You can't participate in this whip down right now.
But
feel free to check it out and see if you like the people that are participating, because they seem pretty cool to me.
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
They're nice, and they haven't gotten uber competitive or anything yet. Like, they're not talking trash, so that's good.
I don't think they're gonna play.
I think it's for fun.
It's for fun, which is nice.
For fun houses. I don't know anything about this world, so
I'm gonna tell Sean that you need to watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, I've watched the one, An Escape from Arkansas or something.
Escape from Azkaban.
Yeah, that looks like Arkansas. I've seen
A's
that one.
A's and K's.
There's K in there. So I've seen that one. So I really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you need to watch them.
I'm gonna age myself. I'm 38, so that was not our age group when it came out. It came out when we were in college, didn't it?
Yes. The books came out when we were in college.
So,
but I like reading teen novels.
I
read them all, and I
did not read books for fun until after college.
Oh, I read all the books through college.
See, she's a reader, and I was. Speaking of reading, we need to cover that the next time.
I'm still on the same book.
Stuff.
We'll cover that next time.
And I have another book that I'm very interested in that I saw at the yarn store the other day. Somebody had there. It was just in with the yarn. I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" So I really want to read that, but I left a note on the book to see if somebody will let me borrow it. Sure, I could look it up and just ebook it, but the texture of book, and the smell of books.
I will agree with you. I do miss the smell of books, but for ease of convenience, I love my Kindle.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I try to be very conservative, and I love trees, but the texture of a book and the binding.
Well, if you're borrowing it from the library, it's not like
I'm borrowing it from somebody else. Somebody else has bought it.
You're borrowing
it looks like it's been read a couple times.
Yeah,
and I really, really love historical fiction and sci-fi.
Historical fiction is pretty cool.
Historical fiction is my jam. That is what I really like. And this, I think it's better than historical fiction. I think it is a biography.
Ooh.
But set in a timeline where it's telling the story. Right? So that's going to be really cool. It's not just get your learn on about this person. It's going to be its story, which is historical fiction for me. I love
get your learn on.
Getting to learn on. What were we just talking about? Oh, I have another cast on. Oh, so this is why I cast on all these things.
Well, yeah, we were explaining why you've cast on all these things.
So it had a whip down. So I had these two that were still whips. Like this still needed just the decreasing crown. And this one, I had a hoe at the time. And then this, which is going to be finished next week, right? But this goes till the end of September. So all of a sudden, the day before we're supposed to turn in all the whips that we have, I realized I'm going to be done with all 4. Oh, and I had this one on there too. All 4 of these things within the first week. That doesn't sound like fun, right? I'm just going to turn in all my things, and then for the rest of the knit along, I'm going to be like...
Well, it's not the load, it's just the preparing for Hogwarts part.
So I needed to make more whips. So I had to cast on more things. Does anybody have this dilemma? I really think... I mean, I guess I could have gone up and found some languishing whips that I wanted to work on.
Which is what I did. I put stuff in there that I knew I wasn't going to finish.
That's why they're languishing whips. I didn't want to work on them. Duh. So I cast on a sock. And I got Bacon Fairy involved. And because I involved Bacon Fairy, because we have our own little thread between her and I in making socks, Annetta's like, I'm going to join.
Which, you know what? If you want to join their
you
little
can
thread,
join our
little thread.
Anytime. But it's mostly because her and she lives in Kentucky. No, Missouri?
Somewhere in the South.
Missouri, maybe? And I live here, and the only way we feel like we can grow our friendship is by doing socks. So that's how we grow our friendship. So please grow with us if you want. We decided that we are going to do one of the 2 socks from the book that I reviewed when I came back from ZK.
The Minnesota?
The Minnesota 52 from Knit Cahoots. So I think we're all doing the same sock. But I saw Bacon Fairies has 2 colors, and the other sock in the book by Corey has 2 colors. So I'm wondering if she's doing that one. But maybe she's doing contrasting heels and cuffs to the one that I'm doing. So there's nothing to see. It's ribbing. I just finished the ribbing. And this took me 3 days.
She just wanted to cast on something else.
Did want to cast on something else. So I went and made this a whole... We're doing Zombie Apocalypse. So I got some Zombie Apocalypse stuff. So this is fishnets in her Strong Heart base, which is 2-ply fingering. And it's 80% superwash and 20% nylon. And the colorway is Little Red Corvette. Now Liz will remember because she was with me when we bought this.
Oh yeah, this is the one where Sean wanted.
This is a special request from Sean.
Black, white, and pink, if I remember correctly.
Black, white, pink, and red.
Pink and red. And Alicia's like, they ain't gonna make that colorway. But sure enough.
Fishnets had it. So, and I don't even know, when we picked it up, I was sure there was a red in there. Now I'm not sure. But, as you can see, it's kind of a gradient in the gray. So maybe there's a red that gradients into this pink.
Yeah, maybe.
And then the gray's gradiented. But it's close enough.
It's close enough.
So this request came from, at the time, his favorite video game. It's a little bit morbid. Now, it starts off okay, right? I'm going to tell you this little story, and you're not going to think it's morbid at all until I get a little bit further into this. So, Super Mario Brothers. We've all played it. We all know it. It's a Nintendo game. Side-scrolling. You jump. There's no 3-dimensional anything, right? It's 2D side-scrolling. So the people that made Super Meat Boy wanted to have an ode to Super Mario Brothers. Super Meat Boy, Super Mario Brothers. You with me? So they decided we're going to make a side-scrolling thing. But we're never going to change the physics of what your little guy can do. Which is I'm totally on board with that. Right? So in Super Mario Brothers, you could gain things and you could get big, right? Well, in Super Meat Boy, you can't get big. You're always the same size. Well, your little guy cannot go faster at the end of the game than he could at the beginning of the game. Like, this is basic guy. He can do these set things within these rules, within this physics, throughout the entire game. But that means the boards get really, 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 really hard. So this is the morbid bit. Super Meat Boy is a dude with no skin. He's a cute little dude. He's dark red for blood, right? Skin. No skin. It's little meat boy. So he's this little square with feet and arms. He doesn't look morbid, but I'm describing it, and it sounds kind of sick. But he's looking for his skin, and that's princess skin or something like this. And she's pink, and she's got a little bow. Same forms, same everything. So she's at the end of each board, so you can see what you're going for, right? And then there's a doctor in there that wears a little tuxedo, and he's got a little mono. What are those things called?
Monocle?
Monocle? Yeah. So, morbid in theory. So you're going through this board trying to get your skin. It's hilarious. So the best part about this thing, and I can watch him play this game for hours. So you'll make your first attempt, and you're going through, oh, failed. Okay, I'll go again, start, get a little bit further, oh, fail. Okay, I'm gonna go again, start again. So you can pretty much see most of the board on the screen at all times, right? At the end, they show your little guy doing all his attempts, right? So you start with like 70 little guys in the bottom, and you'll see after a while, oh, 17 fell off here, and then 3 more fell off here, and then until the end, and you see the one guy who made it to the end. I love it. It cracks me up every time. I'm like, oh, you made it. Let's watch the replay. So it's a funny game. If you are a gamer and you like side scroll adventures that are awesome, you might want to check this out. We've even watched the documentary on the person who made this game, along with Fez. Fez is an interesting game. Also side scroll, only it's a 3-dimensional side scroll. Blew my mind. If you're a gamer, yes. Okay, so I'm not a gamer, but I like to play some games. Are you a gamer?
No, I like to play some games, but I do not play lots of games. And I usually stick to puzzle games. I like things where you're like matching or Tetris or those type of things.
Tetris is my jam.
Any type of game where I'm trying to reach a goal or there's like an end, I don't play those.
No, I don't need to explore it. My husband needs to explore every
my husband
facet
of
a game.
I don't like first-person shooters. I don't like scrolling. No, puzzle games.
Tetris is my jam. Super Mario Brothers. Original Super Mario Brothers. You know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. Love it. And then there was a Super Mario Brothers. That one didn't have Yoshi. But the one that did have Yoshi, that became my next favorite thing. And then the new Wii came out, and that Super Mario Brothers. We are on the Rainbow World right now, so we're in the last section of the game, and my husband carries me. I have no ego when it comes to this. Sean is really good at video games, and he carries me the whole time. I'm in that bubble. You know that bubble where when you play in a group on the Nintendo Wii now, you didn't die. You're just saving yourself in this bubble, and as long as nobody hits you, you can get through the game and win it by the other person playing it. So I'm in my bubble, and I'm trying not to hit Sean, right? Don't hit me, because I don't want out of my bubble. I don't want to be part of this roller coaster that's going through flames that you have to jump and be perfectly timed and no, it's anxiety ridden. I cannot handle it. Now, in the original Super Mario Brothers, I can get to 8-2. See, I don't have the skills to win anything, but I can get to 8-2. That's my highest I've ever been. I've never seen any other boards when I was playing past that. But I got a new game. It came in the mail on Monday. So I told Sean about this game, and we've talked about this game. And Sean's like, "You want a game?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You never asked for a game." So he said, "I know, so I'm wondering if I could have this game." And he's like, "Sure, let's look it up." So he looked it up, and he sent me a link. And I was so excited because I wanted a certain color of game piece for this game. And he's like, "Oh, it's available. You can have blue Yoshi." I said, "Okay, I want blue Yoshi." So we were going to go to Target because it said it was at Target.
Is this the yarn? Yes. I knew it. Should have guessed.
So we were on our way to Target, and there's a GameStop, like a block from there. And we were walking, so we're like, "Hey, let's hit up GameStop first." So we go into the game store, and I was like, "Do you have Yoshi, the Yarn World thingy with the wool stuff?" And he says, yeah, okay. And so he goes to this drawer, and he picks up the game cartridge thing, right? And I'm deflated. Sean sees what's going on here, and he's like, "Oh, okay. No, she means, do you have the original game packaging with the original,
with the
amiibo or amiibo in it?" He's like, "Dude, this thing is 2 years old, this game, and you'd be lucky if people would be even willing to give you their used one." And I looked at him about to cry, and Sean, like, scoops me up, and he's like, "Okay, thanks, bye." I was like, "But it was at Target." And he's like, "You're not gonna find it at Target." I'm like, "Oh." So we go to Target, and we don't find it there. Right? And I looked at Sean, and I said, "Okay, I don't know much about computers as much as my husband does, and your husband does, but you can't send a dead link to people. Right? Now, I saw the link that had this Yoshi in it, and I want it, and why would they still have it if it wasn't available? That just does not compute." Like, my brain was shutting down at this point. And he's like, "You know what? We don't have our phones on us because when we go out, we don't take our phones. We're hanging out with each other, and we don't need technology." So I'm kind of breaking down, though, a little bit. Like, I'm not going to cry or anything, but I was like, frustrated a little bit because I really wanted Yoshi. Well, it wasn't a dead link. It was a live link. So on Monday, this became something that was going to be in the mail for me. And it turns out it was in Lakewood. Small world. Lakewood is just around Olympia, which is south of us by an hour, depending on traffic. Oh, Tacoma. Depending on Tacoma traffic, it could take 3 hours to get to Olympia, which is 40 miles from here.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So I looked at Sean and I was like, no, we're not driving there. We're not getting there. Let's just order it. So they said it was coming on Friday. It came yesterday, which was Tuesday. My roommate comes home and he's like, mail. I was like, that's nice. We don't order anything. It's for Alicia. I was like, wait, what? So I got my blue Yoshi with his purple little shoes. Do you see his purple shoes? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't even opened it. I got it last night. I'm so excited. I was like, no, I gotta show this. I gotta show this in its pristine glory.
I can't believe you got a yarn amiibo.
He's knit. Yep. She's looking at it right now. She can totally attest to it. Knit Yoshi. Oh my gosh. So excited. Blue. So then Sean's like, should we have ordered more than one? Yes. We didn't. But yes, you should order more than one. Oh my god. So Yoshi has a woolly world.
Yep.
This is for the Wii U. I think it also is for something else. I'm not a gamer. I don't know what other platform it's on. Something other than the Wii U, but my roommate has a Wii U. We don't. I was like, I'm hoping if my roommate says he doesn't have one, that Liz will bring hers over. Do you have one?
Of course I do.
Of course she does!
Well, not me, but
Her
my
husband.
husband. Yeah, of course I got a Wii U. I've got like every single gaming system.
When we moved out of our house to move into our van, which we've discussed on this before, we had to downsize. A lot of our downsizing was electronic. So we only have a PlayStation 2. Whichever one you needed, it came with Blu-ray and nothing else had the Blu-ray, we have that one. Because that's how we watched our Blu-ray video. We have my 360. I have an Xbox 360 that is R2-D2. With the C-3PO holder, like gaming console thingy. It's funny that it's for me. My husband bought it for me for Christmas one year. He keeps saying it's mine.
It's not yours. It's his.
But I do love it. I love it when it just turns on. Like, oh, what game are you playing? Yeah. So I play Left 4 Dead 1. I hate Left 4 Dead 2. This is a zombie apocalypse kind of setting. I love these things. Is that first-person shooter? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, first-person shooter.
Love it. I can play up to advanced. I cannot play expert. Don't even ask me to try it because I refuse. I will die just stepping out of the safe zone. No. But I can play up to advanced. And I love Francis. He's my character. I always play Francis. And I always have to pick him because if I don't pick him, I end up being the girl. I hate being the girl. She wears a pink hoodie, and I shoot her a lot when she's just the computer, because I hate her so much. Glad that there's a female character in there, but she's wearing pink. Come on, guys, really? Really? I'm wearing kind of a peach color right now, but it's my favorite artist, Heather Brown. I love her so much. Anyway, and this was the only color came in. Oh, I was torn. I was like, can't buy that color. Can't even wear that color. I'm wearing it because I love her so much. Anyway, Left 4 Dead, Tetris, Nintendo. So we have an old Nintendo, original, the little red buttons. Love it. And we had, I think if we could have one more console back, it would be the Super Nintendo. They had some good Super Mario Brother games. We talked about Duck Hunt the other day. My husband, because that was, I don't remember. Childhood is hard for me. I had a head injury when I was 14, so I don't remember a lot of things from before the age of 14. But I know I played a lot of Super Mario Brothers, and I'm guessing it was at my cousin's house. And it was that cartridge had Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt.
Yes, it did.
Right? So I was always the one who wanted to play Duck Hunt. And everybody's like, that stupid dog! No! But Sean was telling me that when he was a kid, his friend had that Mike Tyson
Punch out.
Punch
KO.
out.
Yeah.
He used that to kill the birds. I was like, how is that even possible? He's like, it was hilarious. So now I want to try that out. I want to do the TKO Mike Tyson with Duck Hunt. Really bad. That combination is stuck in my mind right now, and I want to do it so bad. So, do you guys have games that you guys like to play? What game do you love to play? Is it Tetris?
Right now, I have one. It's a computer game that's transferred onto the Xbox app. It's called Gems of War, and it's a puzzle game.
I love puzzle games. Have you played Elo Milo?
A little bit. That's the one with the 2 strings, right? And they're
2 little plushies
that
are trying to meet each other. They're friends, and they're trying to meet each other on the board, but the board is 3-dimensional, and so you kind of have to pass things to each other to get to each other to meet up, and then you do a little dance, and then you go to the next board.
Speaking of boards, we have one question, don't we?
We do have a question from the board, but you haven't finished that. That's all you play?
Pretty much. Dude, I have 2 kids. If I played video games as often, I would never knit.
You play Elo Milo with your little kid.
I would never knit. Like,
That's true.
That's all I played.
Okay, the second thing you have to look up is called Limbo. That one's really cool. It's a side scroll. You're kind of a shadow of a little boy, and he's looking for his sister.
Oh, yes. Rick's played that one too.
Yeah, it's very dark.
I like watching my husband play video games. I'm not really into the whole discovering thing because you know what? I can knit and watch it see how the game end roll. Because I will admit, I get super frustrated with any of those games where you have to try to find something. Because if I can't find it, it irks me. Mm-hmm. So it's just better mentally if I don't play the video games.
Yeah, we have a game that I've played a couple times where if you didn't find that thing in the last board, you can't do something later on in the game.
Yes, exactly.
Which could be hours later.
Yep. So no.
Or you have to observe something that was on the wall, like the clock was at a certain time. Did you notice that? Because you're going to need that as a combination for something over there.
Yep. Yeah, no.
Sean loves those games. Yeah, but it's pretty cool because the first board in this game, you're a little guy, and you notice that there's a guard that goes across this bridge over a moat into this castle. And so you have to make yourself look like a guard with the things that are around you. Like there's a funnel and string and stuff. Like, so you kind of disguise yourself. But you have to get all the elements that make you kind of look like this guard before you could be the guard that could do the things into the entrance. So that part is very humorous to me. I can play that particular one a couple times without being bored. But yeah, I like puzzle games more, but not like that. Oh, you probably know which game it is. It's the guy and he's in a suit. You know which game that is? My husband's on this board where you have to wait for this cloud for 2.5 hours to cross to a certain point so that you can get through this specific board. It's like, what? It's like, don't touch the television. Don't turn anything off. I was like, oh, okay. I don't think I was going to, but what? Why? I'm waiting for this cloud. Oh, okay. You're waiting for a cloud for 2.5 hours. He got super pissed. A person that will remain nameless was a roommate of ours, and he happened to pick another game to play because nobody was playing the game at that time. Sean came back, had a conniption.
Well, should have put a note
Real
on the TV.
Life conniption at the age of 35. Yeah.
Should have put
about a game.
Should have put.
There should have been a post-it note.
Should have been a post-it note. Don't fault.
So there is a question in the boards now that we've gotten past the gaming.
What is?
Hi, gamers.
Question, I believe, was, what is your comfort knit? What do you go back to all, if you just want something? Well, mine's easy. It's the Hexi Puffs. I can cast on those things and just, yeah. So, for me, it's Hexi Puffs.
And that gives you the satisfaction of finishing something quickly.
I finished something quickly. It's going to a larger project, which will eventually get finished. And it uses up scraps. I really like using up scraps. I don't like wasting.
It's a game for you.
It's a game for me, yeah. I don't like wasting yarn. Like, I'm quite happy to just use up as many scraps as possible. Mine, Alicia's, anybody's. Yeah. I'm okay.
She'll use anything.
Yeah, it's fun. So for me, yeah, that's my comfort knit.
This was a hard question for me.
Yeah, because you don't knit anything twice.
I don't. And for the longest time, I said no to blankets because of this thing. You're going to have to knit it a bunch of times and then put it together. No, not my game. So I sat down with the husband because I was stumped. And this is something you would think anybody can.
Well, I know what I would guess for you.
Okay, what do you guess?
I would just guess socks. You like socks.
I do like socks. I learned to do so. I jumped in with both feet. This is a sickness of mine. I went full on lace, cuff down with the gusset and the heel flap, cookie A.
So while I would guess socks for you. So while not exactly a comfort, it's not like you repeat the pattern.
Exactly.
You do like to do socks.
I do like socks. One, because I had a mission to remove all cotton socks from our drawer. I've totally done that. No cotton socks in our drawers. Except for these guys, shorties. Because wool shorties just doesn't make sense in my head. That seems really warm. So I sat with Sean, and we went over the sock thing, but mostly I have to be challenged. The pattern has to be challenging. It has to be interesting. I want something difficult on the needles at all times.
So she doesn't have a comfort knit. Let's go with that.
But that's comforting to me.
Oh, okay.
And isn't that weird? Like, and both of us agree that was it. Because I told him, I'm having trouble with this question. And he thought about it for a while. And he's like, but it doesn't seem very comforting to anybody else. Like, nobody's going to think that that's a comfortable thing to be in. Is to accomplish something new. Is what it boils down to. Mm-hmm. I like to be learning something all the time. I want to be reading something interesting, something that's pushing my boundaries. Even in the games I play, puzzle games, right? Like it all culminates to this thing where it has to be something fresh and new and hard, and then I want to feel accomplished at the end of it. That's comforting to me. It's very strange. Maybe it's this thing that got me into engineering, made me good at math. Love science. I think it must all interconnect into this. It has to be hard. I have to be able to do it by myself, on my own, get it done. It's the strangest thing. I find comfort in it. Even just telling you about it just puts me at ease. Makes me happy. So that is what is comfort knitting for me. And Liz. Yeah. So what's comfort knitting for you guys? Are you a little off kilter like me? Or do you find something that you like and you just plug it out over and over and over and over and over again? Because you have, in the 70s, with these little Hexi puffs.
Yes.
She has cast this on 70 times.
Yeah, but
it's not bored by it at all.
No, it's nice. Yeah. For me, because I have an end goal. I want my daughter to have this like memory blanket.
Yeah.
And my son too. My son will get one too. But the first one's for the oldest.
Is it gonna be a Hexi puff?
Huh?
Or are you gonna pick something else that's a building block kind of thing for him?
No, I think I'll still do the Hexi puffs because I really just so easy, and then
she wants to make 700 Hexi puffs.
Yes, why not? I got time.
It's amazing. Like no, she knows what that number is.
Yeah,
and so she says, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing."
Well, then what else would I be doing with my scraps?
No,
so,
burning them. I don't know.
Leaving them out for the birds to build the nets. But anyway,
speaking of scraps.
Yes. Oh, scraps.
So we've been talking about this yarn train
finally,
of ours.
The yarn train. That's right.
Now, Liz has not been a high contributor to our train.
Well, because I use all my scraps, and I feel I can't give them away. I hoard them.
She has minis galore. She could fill this room with minis.
I could.
She's not parting with them.
No.
So I had contributed 7, I think, or 6 or 7.
I contributed 4.
And we were trying to get to 10 each.
Yeah, I did 4.
It was not going to happen.
But thank you to Bacon Fairy.
You guys all need to thank Bacon Fairy. Let's see if I can cover it.
I'll be better now. Now that I know, I will be better now.
Bacon Fairy sent us something with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Batman. She says that this was quite a turmoil to get in the mail, too, because she took it to the post office, which was closed, so she went to her post office, which she says is something where they wait till, like, a bin is full and then they send out something. Well, it came back to her in the mail, like, a week later, and it said, "You're short 85 cents." And she's like, "What?" That was supposed to be gone already. So she put some Batman stickers on there. Awesome. I love Batman. That's the only DC character I like, even remotely, is Batman. But yeah, she sent us stuff. Now, the only thing that has a label on it is this one. And I'm tempted to keep it myself. I just want to do a trade with her.
Yeah, mustache. Yo, you can.
I don't have mustache.
I know.
I've never done mustache art. No, that's so cool. But yeah, she sent us a load.
She did.
That to get us started.
Yes.
We needed it.
Yes,
we had barely gotten to 10.
And now
we need 20.
Now I will be better. Now that I know, and then we once we get the tray back, we will redo it and we'll send it out again.
Exactly. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna fill this, not this, but another one.
Right.
Minis. Send it to you. You're gonna receive it. You're gonna dump it out. Take a picture of what came. So the person before you knows that what they sent made it, right? This is just to ease the anxiety of people like me who need to know that things arrived fully, right? And this is going international. So this could help us with the whole, it didn't make it to me kind of thing, right? So take a picture. It came to me. I'm going to pick the ones I want and then take the new ones. So the ones that I take and the ones that I've added with the original picture, right? So you're going to say, I'm taking the middle row, I'm adding the bottom row. This is all the things that are going to go.
Yep.
So take the things you want, fill this guy back up, send it off to the next person. Next person's going to do the same thing. Receives it, dumps it out, takes a picture. Takes a picture
Post
of
it.
Yeah, posts it in the train.
In the train thread. That's it.
Now this is going to Portugal and then Sweden, and then it's coming back to the United States. So if at any time you guys want to sign up for it, you can. Because it's going to take probably a month to come back to the States.
And even if it comes back to the States, you can still sign up, because you know what? I think we should just run this in perpetuity.
That would be fun. Yeah. So we'll receive it back, and then we'll get to contribute again. So
yes.
This is really fun. I'm really excited. The other thing that's coming in the mail on Friday, which is closed. So this one cannot receive any more participants. But we're doing a squeaky clean knit along, which we are doing a washcloth and a handmade soap and sending it to the next person on the list. So it is in the mail. It's coming
Alicia
from Annette.
is the first reviewer.
I'm the first person. I'm so excited. So it's coming to me. We're going to record so you guys can see it, but I will have already sent mine to the next person by the time we record again. Because it's coming on Friday, and we're going to record on Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I'm really stoked. There's about 7 people that are participating right now.
Yay.
This is our first swap that's actually going to be accepted first, right? This is not the one that was initially, the train was initially put up, but this is the first one that's going out in the mail. It's already there. I'm so excited.
Alicia will put the mini schemes in the mail.
We will. Probably tomorrow.
Yep.
Because I think I'm going to be editing this today.
Yes, cool.
Thank you so much, guys. Sorry for the length.
But talk to you later.
We'll knit again.
Bye.
Bye.